Part E. Bonus parenting hacks. We all need a little help from time to time. Parenting is not easy, especially in today's world. The parenting hacks presented in this section include a number of tactics that I developed over time. Many of these hacks were a result of using Live and working with my child for the purpose of growth and development. This is my toolbox for raising a child. When my daughter was 16, she said, "Mom, you know what makes you a good parent? You apologize. But you don't just say you're sorry. You actually listen and try to understand what you may have done wrong. And then you go to work to fix it to make it all better." Another important aspect in child rearing is to keep your word. I learned how important this was by seeing the effect this had on my children. When I kept my word, they appeared to feel safer, stronger. My kids knew this. I watched so many parents count to 5, do nothing about it, and see the negative effect on their child. I was not going to be that parent. So I counted down 3, 2, 1, 0. I think we only ever got to 0 once, because my children knew I meant business. 0 was always an immediate consequence that was small but significant. I used this sparingly. You have to be smart in the chess game of child rearing. Kids are very clever, but it's more than smarts. Children are very attuned to their parents. You're their source of survival, so naturally, your child will be able to read your every move. Why do you think your child can so easily drive you crazy? Because they're an extension of you. From the mouth of babes, we can learn our greatest lessons. Here are some of mine. Chapter 18. Preloading. Give your all, even if it goes unnoticed. Piglet. Tell your child beforehand what you plan to do. Imagine you became inspired by a Mission Impossible movie. You decide that you want to jump out of an airplane. In preparation, you do a training session to ensure your safety and survival. Parenting is not much different from jumping out of an airplane. You take a giant leap with a general plan, but not sure exactly how the journey will unfold. Preloading is a way to ensure your emotional safety and survival. One of your greatest tactics for smooth parenting is to be preventative. Preloading is an effective strategy to prevent an emotional eruption in the home. Preloading offers household rules, guidelines, and consequences. You present these to your child beforehand, so when the time comes, there is no debate. When you plan ahead of time, your child will know what to expect. It will be easier for you to remain neutral when your child loses it. She will lose it. You will see a tantrum of sorts as your child will push the boundary. They do this to grow. They need you to stick to your word for the growth process to be complete. When you go back on your word, you teach your child that you are weak. Either you were weak at planning, or you are too weak to withstand their emotional prowess. This makes your child feel uneasy deep within. They need your boundary structure to instill a sense of safety. You also teach your child that they are not valuable. Your child feels important when you stick to your word, even if they are spouting profanities at you. Keeping your word and your cool is powerful. This communicates that she is special, important, powerful, and it will make her want to be like you. The emotions of your child serve a purpose: to communicate discomfort or disappointment and to get you to change your mind. This does not come from a place of manipulation, but from a need to stop the discomfort of disappointment. Imagine the strength you will give your child if you help them tolerate disappointment. Imagine how this will help your child through life and all the decisions that your child will face. Whining, pleading, and bargaining are attempts to get you to defend your position. When you engage in defending yourself, this gives your child power and fuels their plight. You become exhausted and tired and consider giving in. Don't. Otherwise, their system wins, and it is not strength promoting. Giving in is strength suffocating. Hold the space. Over time, your child will grow in her ability to manage the discomfort of emotion. Let the system work it through while you stay firm and present. Preload. Let her know ahead of time and arm yourself to stay strong. Tell her this for her growth because she matters to you. This is the path to emotional well-being, and you are the cultivator. Chapter 19. Yes, maybe, no. I would have liked for it to go on a while longer. Winnie the Pooh. Ever feel exhausted by all the constant badgering by your child? Yes, maybe, no, is how to maximize parenting effectiveness while minimizing your efforts. When your child has a request, your answer will be yes, maybe, or no. If your answer is yes, it's his lucky day. If your answer is maybe, he has some work to do. This is an invitation to present evidence that will sway your decision in their favor. This also buys you time to make a decision that you will stick with. If your answer is no, they are out of luck. You only choose this when you have a definite rationale and you will not go back on your word. It is very important that you never go back on your word. This gains trust. It makes it easier on you the next go around. When you prove that you won't change your answer, your child will spend less energy trying to do so. Take the time you need to make the response you will stick with. When no is the answer, give a reason. Provide space for a discussion with a reminder that your decision is firm. When your child pushes you to change your answer, reiterate the no and remind him that the discussion is over. Your child will try to engage you in conversation. He will poke and prod to get you to defend yourself. When this happens, you fuel the debate. The discussion ends at no. Your child gets 2 responses, and that is all the energy you need to give to the discussion. You can invite your child to do all the begging and bartering he would like, but you will not be part of that. Story. Timmy sat himself on the floor. While playing with Lego, he started his quest for a large popcorn at the movies that afternoon. Timmy. Can I get a large popcorn at the movies today? Nana. No, a small is big enough. Timmy. Please, I'm so hungry. Triggering the caregiver's responsibility to provide. Nana. I will feed you before you go. Timmy. Please? You never let me get a large popcorn. Triggering parents' guilt. Nana. You got a medium the last time you went, and that was enough. Timmy. Now rolling on the floor. But you never let me do this, and this is a special occasion, and… Nana was ready to respond. I stopped her. I shared that defending her position provides energy to the child. Engaging in the discussion provides hope to your child that you might give in. If he does it long enough, you will tire and change your mind. That is the purpose of begging. So don't engage. Preload and set the ground rules for how you will respond to requests. Then be consistent and stick to your word. Chapter 20. The physical boundary. When your child is physical. Watch me scare the stripes off this imposter. Tigger. For some children, the answer no is an invitation to become a hellion. Use the following guide for a child that becomes physical. Let your child know the following rules for your home. When upset, there is no hurting yourself, hurting others, or hurting objects. Let your child know that when any of the points on the list occur, that the following will happen. If you are stronger than your child, you put your arms around her. You do not hold too loose so that she can get free, and you do not hold too tight that she cannot move around. Your child is craving this. Your child needs to know that someone can keep them safe when they feel out of control. This is holding the space. Literally. Your child is feeling scared of herself. She will yell things at you that will hurt your heart, but ignore this. You have to remain calm. You have to physically be the bucket to provide a sense of safety to her emotional brain. Do this until she calms, until she breaks free, or until she can agree to not hurting herself, others, or things. If your child is stronger than you, let her know that if any of the above occurs, you will call the police. Stick to your word. All it takes is following through on a call to the police, and the behavior will change. If it does not, seek outside support. Caveat. To expect your child to never become physical, you must not be physical yourself. Chapter 21. How to get your child to do just about anything. Life. It's not about how fast you run or how high you climb, but how well you bounce. Tigger. Much like yes, maybe, no, you only have to say some things twice. Your days of saying, I've told you 10 times already, are over. Saying anything more than twice is too much effort. Here are 5 steps to get your child to complete a task. 1. Determine what it is that you want completed. You want her room cleaned. 2. Make sure she understands all the steps involved. For you, cleaning her room means that she makes her bed, her clothes are in the laundry, and the floor is clear. To your daughter, this means that junk gets pushed under the bed and the blankets cover the pillow. Make sure that your child understands the steps that you want done. Teach her. Make a list. Make sure that it is age-appropriate expectation. 3. Provide choices. Give her some space to get it done by providing choice. I will take you to the pool or your friend's house when your room is clean. You have until 5 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock. 4. Establish a bargaining chip. So you can choose if you want to go sooner or later. You must clean your room before I will drive you. 5. Follow through. Be prepared to drive her as soon as her room is clean. Don't make her wait, as you want to reinforce the self-motivation. If she doesn't clean her room until 4:59, let her know that she chose to not go to the pool/friend's house. Remind her that you left it to her to get the task done at her leisure. You are doing your part to show that you care by keeping your word. If she gets upset, you can help her see how she chose anger and put herself in that situation. You can add that you are looking forward to the next time that she may make a decision that will make her happy. You can also offer to assist if she wants to review what may have gotten in the way of completing the task. This is to help the next time this happens, not to get you to give in. Stick to your word and she'll start to take more ownership. Your child will test you to see if you will keep your word. This is about trust and safety. If your child can trust you to be flaky, they will feel unsafe, weak, and scared. If your child can trust you to be consistent, they will feel safer and stronger. Timmy. You're a bleep. Grandpa. If you talk to me like that again, I will not talk to you for the remainder of the day. Timmy. Well, you're a bleep. Grandpa. This is the second and last warning. If you speak to me like that again, I won't be talking to you for the rest of the day. Timmy. I don't care. You're a bleep, bleep, bleep. Grandpa didn't talk to Timmy for the rest of the day. Timmy tried everything throughout the day to get Grandpa to engage. Grandpa knew that Timmy's survival brain would try everything possible to get a response. He would find the most sensitive area to get Grandpa dysregulated and subsequently engage with Timmy's system. Remember the picture of the ant being stepped on. Grandpa did not give in, and the remainder of the week was free of any rude language directed towards Grandpa. Boundary setting with love is what your child's system craves. It is what he needs to grow towards maturation and independence.